There's a lot of reasons that we decided to start Highlands Micro School. The most important was it was time for us to try to resolve some of the conflicts between what we know about how kids learn, what the research tells us about how kids learn, and what we're actually seeing in schools today. And what was born was Highlands Micro School. And we like to think that we approach our practices and methodologies and systems and everything here based on what the research tells us about how children learn. When I say evidence-based schooling or tell people that we follow the research, they wonder what that means. And unfortunately, what we tend to understand about school is so far from these evidence-based concepts that it can seem like quite a stretch. One is that it's a mixed-age classroom. Another is that we don't assign homework. A third is that we don't provide letter or number grades for students. Success here is defined in a very unique way. We don't think a child is successful just because they're on grade level. We think a child is successful because they're operating at their maximum capacity. And for different children, that looks different. Growth can be asynchronous between different children, and they can be accelerated in one area and fairly remedial in another area. And that can still look like success for that child. Because we see each child as a complete individual with their own learning plan, we're mapping out a year of growth for that child. We know if they're achieving success based on where they are on that map, not where they are based in relation to their age, not where they are based in relation to another subject, but where they are based in relation to the concepts and skills that they came in with, their particular patterns for learning, and their capacity for a subject at a particular time.
I have the privilege of working in the very low student-teacher ratio. So I have the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with each child every day for an extended period of time to check in with them, and not only with regards to their writing and their reading and their math, but with them as a person. We talk about what's going on in their life. I take what I know about that child and make decisions on a daily basis as a result of the information that I gather from that time that I have with each child. But the kids are actually guiding that process. They're also a part of that conversation. They're an active participant in assessing not only what is important to them, but also what they find challenging and how they're going to get there. How are they going to map out a plan?
Part of the way that we help children be successful in the classroom is by presenting skills and concepts at the right time for that child. And by doing that, you have the opportunity to really accelerate that child's learning. We don't have kids sitting in class because they're bored and they understand something already. And we also don't have kids who are sitting in the class not having built the foundational skills that they need to move on to the next concept.
When I think of the school, I don't think so much in set grade levels as more of a continuum of mastery. I see the students in their varying levels of mastery of different skills, and I think that having all of us together and being able to see the younger kids to see where they're going, and also for the older kids to see where they came from, is really powerful. I think that having everyone together in a community is a stronger way for everyone to uplift each other.
Mixed age classes are such a wonderful environment. They provide opportunities for older kids to experience what leadership looks like, for them to cement the skills that they're learning by teaching them to someone else, and they provide exceptional role models to younger children. As parents begin to learn more about the discrepancies between research and practice today, They're really driving a lot of growth in the market for alternative school models. We are a prime example of that. And across the country, we're seeing micro schools pop up because they're responding to consumer demand for schools that really are addressing the needs of the children. We're not doing something crazy and unique and inaccessible that nobody else could do. We just said, cut all the stuff that got added into school, the schedules and the class sizes and the grading systems, get rid of all of that. And let's just stick with what we know works with the kids. That's relationships with them. We see that in our low student-teacher ratios. That's making sure that the kids are motivated intrinsically. We see that with the passion projects and with the individualized curriculum. What we're doing here isn't rocket science. We just happen to be the only people doing it right here, right now.